Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 7. Yes, last time we got a lot of information about the Overhaul quirk, and again, I feel a little bad for myself because I couldn't deduce that. I mean, come on. I don't know why I never thought about that, but anyway, we got information of what is the plan of Overhaul, what is he doing to this little girl, and why is she so important. Yes, the plan of this asshole is depends obviously on this little girl, because thanks to her quirk, I guess, she's able to suppress powers? I don't know, I guess, because yes, they are using this little girl to create a substance so they can get away or take away the powers of the heroes. So a very sinister plan in every single aspect, because obviously the heroes without powers and the villains with powers, obviously there are going to be a huge advantage for the villains, and what they are using to obtain this goal, a little girl. She cannot be older than 8, so yes, and everything is focusing on that. The efforts are going to be focusing on that, on rescuing this little girl. And it's not just because she is this innocent child, but actually because it's important. If you take away this girl from Overhaul, you're going to ruin his plans and you're going to rescue this girl. So yeah, it's a win-win situation if you just rescue this girl. And that is something I want to see, because as I said in my previous reaction and in my previous commentary, I hate when people abuse children. It's very close to me. It's not something I cannot stand, and this is something I have said it before. But anyway, I think I'm starting to ramble way too much, so as always guys, sorry about this, but let me remind you, if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with what is going on with the channel. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and obviously leave a comment so I know what you enjoy about the video. Anyway, yes, enough about this, let's just cut the presentation and watch the video, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 7th episode of the 4th season. And yes, the things are moving very, very fast. The heroes could locate Eri, and obviously they are going to take action. But obviously before they can do that, there are several steps here. And that's why I think the 2 days they needed for them to prepare themselves. Yes, obviously, we got several quirks, like the guy who can lock things into place, so yeah, even if they are floating, so he can use them. It's pretty neat quirk, honestly, pretty neat. And we got, this is obviously in the battle, the guy who can just tear a piece of his hair and use it as a weapon, which is awesome. And obviously, the most impressive one, Ryukyu. I honestly thought that she was going to grow wings or claws or even breathe fire or something like that, for obvious reasons, for the name and everything related to her, and for the things that you told me in your commentary. But no, she went full dragon! I was not expecting that! As I said before, I thought there were little small details, dragon parts like a claw, as I said before, but not full-on dragon, so that's why it got me by surprise, especially when her face was starting to get in long. So yeah, it was weird, but then later on, obviously, you understand. A few seconds later, you understand why is that. I love these new powers that we saw, these new quirks that we could see, but obviously, this is a happy or kind of happy ending for the episode. Is more upbeat because now the heroes are taking action. That's why I am in a better mood than last time, because now I can see the heroes being triumphant. Hopefully they are going to be triumphant in this case, because yes, in this series they have gave us kind of losses for the heroes. So yeah, hopefully this time they're going to be on top of the situation. But yes, there are several aspects that I want to speak about, and they have more to do with the background of the world, what they have to do with what is going on with this world. Especially the warrant, that yes, the heroes has to wait for said warrant. They cannot go and attack in the moment they feel like it, and they need the support of the police. Yes, we have seen said support before, especially just before the fight against All for One. But this is, I think, a little bit more. We saw more about the police work here, especially with the briefing of the heroes and obviously the police, and all the work that they really did. Especially with the layout of the underground bunker that the 8 Precepts of Death have. So it's fascinating. How did they get that information? How did they do that? And obviously, this is so useful. Perhaps I highly doubt that is in the room they believe she is. I highly doubt that. But still, even if you give us a partial map, that will help you. That will help you a lot, because at least you know which route you should not take, or you should take, or where does this route take you. So yeah. And this is something I really never see in this type of programs, of this type of shows. The police work. They are usually treated with disrespect, and they are just dismissed because obviously they are not the superpower beings that could save everybody. No, they are normal human beings. Or perhaps they have quirks, but useless quirks. I don't know, a weak shield, or the guy who is literally a cat, a humanoid cat. So yes, it makes sense for them to be kind of not in the center of attention. But still, it's fun to see that other aspect of the justice. Perhaps you'll get tired of me speaking about One Punch Man. Sorry about that, but this is another show that did that well. And I don't mean the show. Yeah, I made a mistake there. The manga did that. In the manga, there is a special chapter in which they show you how Saitama is dealing with the police, and how he even disguised himself as a police officer, so they can preserve their reputation. Because yes, in the One Punch Man world, the police is almost useless. They do nothing. They do not. They do not have respect, because all the heroes get the glory and the attention. And yes, Saitama just show them that yes, the police is still useful. And I love that episode, and I love this one too, because they take another aspect and they make this world a lot more believable, a lot more real, and obviously that gave you more immersion into the show, a more immersive circumstances in here. But yes, there are obviously the sad aspects in this episode. We still have the psychological problem that Midoriya is going through for several reasons. For starters, obviously, because he let Eri go. He could have saved that little girl, save her from this monster, from this asshole, from this fucker. Yes, I remember that I need to hold myself, because yes, I don't want to be seen as a child-friendly channel. I am not. I don't want to be seen like that, and well, you know about that. Anyway, going back to the episode. But he couldn't, because yeah, obviously Mirio said, no, we need to wait. There are more things that we need to see beyond just rescuing the little girl. Obviously he feels guilty after he figured out why Overhaul is using this girl. And yes, I understand that, so close and yet so far, because you didn't know back then. And obviously the other side of this is the possible death of All Might. And I said possible, even if what we have seen before is that probably he's going to die, because yeah, the vision of Night Eye has never been wrong, but I don't want to accept that fate. So yeah, that's why I said possible death of All Might is close by. And obviously Midoriya is all these thoughts are eating up Midoriya, and he cannot tell anybody. He cannot even tell All Might. Perhaps because it's going to be filtering information. I don't know. Because I highly doubt All Might is going to tell them, the villains, oh, they are going to do that. But obviously, in case somebody is listening and they did not figure that out or something along those lines. So yeah, I understand that aspect. And obviously the side of the possible death of All Might, this is something very private that cannot be said to Night Eye. Because, yeah, this is a very delicate moment that they are dealing with. So, yes, everything is eating up Midoriya, and that is terrible because he cannot concentrate. But I love that little moment in which Ida and Todoroki are kind of cheering him up. They don't know what is wrong with Midoriya. They just know that there is something wrong with him. So they want to cheer him up, and they understand that maybe he cannot tell them something personal, that he needs time for him to be able to tell them. So they don't know, but they are very comprehensible. They are very understandable. I don't know why I said comprehensible. They are very understandable. So yes, I love that little glimpse of the friendship between these three. I love it. And of course, the silly way in which they are trying to cheer him up. Oh, you want part of my soba? Do you want wasabi? Yeah, obviously. It's a cute moment and a very wholesome one. Because yeah, I love the friendship that these three have. And I love the words that Ida said in that moment. Those were the mirror words that Midoriya said to him. I do not recall the exact quote, but I love that aspect because I recognize, in the moment I hear it, I recognize that those were the same words that were said by Midoriya back then, before the internship. I love that. I love that little aspect in the show, the friendship between these three people. So yeah, it's wonderful, and I love it. I love that little aspect. Another part I want to speak about Mirio. Mirio obviously has the same problems that Midoriya has, with the exception of All Might's possible death. Again, I don't want to say it. But it's more focused on the rescue of the little girl. And I believe Mirio feels really guilty because he said to Midoriya, no, let her go. With him, yes, he's a terrible villain, but let her go. And obviously he feels a lot more guilty, even if Night Eye say, no, you need to do this, you needed to do this, because now we are more ready to take on this organization than we were before. So yes, it's obviously they didn't have enough information to really rescue the girl. And yes, but obviously that doesn't change the psychology of this hero, because Mirio really is a great hero. But that doesn't change the fact that he feels guilty for the fact. And in the moment he said, you can take action now. Because yes, before that they were just so worried and they were not eating well, not sleeping well. But in the moment they say, we will take action, that's when they awake again. Because now they can do something to amend their mistake. Because yes, they consider that a mistake. Perhaps it was, but not because they wanted, not because they have all the information and say, oh, let's do this. No, it was a mistake because they didn't have enough information to know that yes, they need to rescue this little girl. So yes, and I love the change that we saw there. Before that, the show is giving us the different positions in which they are. They are sad, they feel guilty, obviously they don't feel like the same they were. But in the moment they want to take action, they return to that aspect which, yes, I can amend my mistake and I can make things better. And that is something that Night Eye said, that yes, now you have the opportunity to redeem yourself. Well, obviously those weren't his words, because I don't think he feels like Mirio did something wrong. Mirio is the only one who believes that, and Midoriya believes himself did something wrong, not Mirio, obviously. But now they will take action. And yes, you can see how much Night Eye likes Mirio. He wants him to be the next symbol of peace. He is, let's say, his favorite. Let's put it like that. It's obvious he doesn't consider Midoriya worthy of the title of the #1 hero or the successor of All Might. And yes, this is noticeable in the little monologue that Night Eye gave us. Yeah, it is kind of heartbreaking because Midoriya is my favorite character and I want the best for him, but it's understandable in the perspective of Night Eye. I kind of understand. I still feel bad for that, but I understand. And obviously, yeah, this guy, the guy who can lock objects in the air. I mean, come on, chill, man, chill. Your work was not in vain. You needed to do all of that because you need to just focus on one aspect, focus and find the real place in which this little girl is being held. So, yeah. And yes, he did it towards every single aspect in this freaking mission. Is my god, chill, man, chill. And yes, in the last moments before the action, it's when everything started. I honestly thought that in the moment they will ring the bell, something was going to explode, and I was going to say, oh, I knew it, but no, it was the huge guy who wanted to defend the place, and everybody is taking action. And obviously that's when the episode is cutting. And after we got the extra scene in which we saw just what is the plan, what is the moment in which they're going to take action, and I mean Overhaul. He wants to take Eri away, and he's using the 8 precepts of death. I think it were 8. I don't know why I keep thinking 7. Perhaps it's the 7 deadly sins or something like that. But no, they were 8 precepts of death, and they're going to use them to just make the heroes lose time, and they could run away. Hopefully, this is not going to be the case. I don't want that little girl. I don't want Eri to be with this asshole. Because yeah, Eri deserves to be free, especially for what is happening to her. So yeah, hopefully they are not going to escape. Hopefully they are going to capture them, and they are going to rescue Eri. Hopefully, I'm really praying for that because my god, I hate when they do this. And even if they are just fictional characters, yeah, I still feel terrible for this little girl. Oh boy. But yeah, as I said before, this was a higher note, or at least it ended in a higher note. It's not so pessimistic. We're seeing the heroes in action. And yes, we got a lot more action in this episode. But anyway, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. As always, let me remind you guys that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and obviously turn on notification. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. So you can tell me what do you think about my reaction, what do you think about the episode, or my commentary. Yeah, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.